My country presentation is on Somalia by Zach Foster. General information. Location is first off. Somalia is a country east Africa. Language, they speak the Somalia dialect, English and Arabic. Some English, mostly Arabic. And their money is the Somalian shilling. It's their form of currency. Here's their shilling on the bottom right. Some alphabet on the top. Right next to Ethiopia, Kenya, and Yemen. From across the ocean is Somalia. Government, they have a federal parliamentary republic meant to represent them somewhat. Hassan Sheikh Mohammed is the president, and foreign policy as of 2022 is working on human rights abuses of their very own, from military to policy. And their military's purpose as of 2022 is to gain pre-colonial Somali states. Here's their coat of arms. Customs, they avoid public displays of affection mostly. Women of Somalia are considered to be extremely modest. They need to be, it's a custom. And married women usually show themselves off by wearing scarves. Normally, it's respect for the elders above all. Family is extremely important. It's vital. Families are so big. And hospitality to guests and welcome visitors. Clothing, the women actually cover themselves in a batik, covers most of them. And food, the traditional meal is baris isku karis. Music, their own traditional folk music, and that says entertainment. It's the performance of their own traditional plays. Here's some. They mostly have that carnivore diet. Their diets are mostly meat, dairy. Important celebrations. Eid al-Adha, Feast of Sacrifice, is the 9th of July. Independence Day, June 26th. And Milad un-Nabi, birth of the Prophet Muhammad, the 9th of October. So most are religiously Muslim. The Somali people practice the Sunni Muslim faith, not the Shia. And behaviors that do not abide by Islamic principle are looked down upon and sometimes even punishable. Cultural information. Their nonverbal cues, standing with anyone entering a room or anything, shows respect and politeness, usually for elders. Guys give firm handshakes to greet. It's disrespectful to disagree with elders through body language or, not standing up for them or anything really. Girls greet informally, much more than guys. They hug, they kiss, and sometimes they handshake and follow it up with a kiss on that very hand. Assalamu alaikum is a verbal communication. It's peace upon you, and its response is wa alaikum assalam, meaning and peace be upon you. To show older adults respect or a close tie, they use adir, meaning uncle, and ida, meaning aunt, even if they're not related. And time orientation right here. In Somalia, it is acceptable to be late with friends. They have more of a general schedule. Close friends, family, and even neighbors visit unannounced frequently to each other's homes. Here's some people meeting. Here's that saying. Collectivism. People of Somalia have their clans that emphasize each other's differences. But the Somalian public as a whole seeks unification of all of Somalia. Family is vital. From families are their kinship, and their kinships are their sub-clans, their clans, and this is their community as a whole. They act as a family, and it's commonplace for other adults, not even parents of the child, to discipline children. Changing the culture, as of now, Somalian women are now accepted in the workplace. They mostly work with other women, though, unfortunately, but they have begun working outside the household, and it's mostly a result of war and the need for them. Somalian immigrants usually come out to provide for their families. They send money home, set aside tribal differences, and live in communities together in a different country. despite those intense civil war and tribal differences. Contextual information. The power distance in families. Families made up the eldest at the top. They have their sons with the sons' wives, and then the unmarried daughters. And lastly is their grandchildren of the married sons. They also include them in their households. Women move into these homes of their new husbands and join the families. The eldest couple is the most respected. They pretty much own the household. And it's 3 generational trees, really, under that one house. Pretty crazy. Gender roles. Men at marriage, they vow to protect and be faithful. Protect and provide, mostly. Treatment of the wife is also number 1. But women are just expected to be caregivers and housekeepers. Some stereotypes are Somalis are poor. That Somalis are very open to those who wish to learn. Somalis are respectful to all guests they have, and Somalia is full of pirates. Fun fact, Somalia has the world's lowest health budget at 1.5% of its gross domestic product. And Somalis have 3 names. Their given name, followed by their father's and grandfather's names. After a marriage, Somalis hold dances for 3 to 7 consecutive days. Here are my references.